This week on What the Heck, we check in with Tyler, talk our favorite games, and then work to determine the greatest game of all time. Crack a cold one, kick your feet up, and enjoy the show. Hello everybody, and welcome to episode 17 of What the Heck. I'm Colin Frederick here with Jake Reese, Tyler Heck, and a very special mystery guest that we'll get to shortly. But first, we don't really have any special shout-outs this week. One announcement, though, the What the Heck Fantasy Football League is forming, and we're going to have to draft soon because we're running out of time before the season starts and then potentially before it ends. So if you want to play, send us a Facebook message or an email, whattheheckpod@gmail.com, and or drop off a creepy letter at my house and let us know you want to play. We still got, 4 spots?
Yeah, I think 4 spots left.
That's fluid. We could have 6 spots if we needed or whatever.
If we get enough, we can go to 12.
We can do it. So just let us know if you want to play fantasy football. I think we're going to do a badass What the Heck championship belt that's going to stick around for years and years and years. So you're not going to want to miss this, is all I'm saying. But speaking of dropping off creepy letters at my house, the mysterious Timmy strikes again.
Oh, Timmy.
That dirty dog.
Dirty Timmy.
He spent much more time.
Yeah, this is. It seems like he's really starting to wallow in his fame.
And, school's starting, so maybe Timmy's going back to school, and so he wanted to get, one strong, solid letter before
It could be.
loses some of his
It's
summertime.
good practice.
But he said in his last letter he didn't know when he was going back to school.
Well, that's true.
So maybe he's not,
Yeah. Sounds like he could be a homeschooler.
Yeah, maybe.
So anyway, the envelope looked the same. Still had my address on it, which is weird. This time, though, it didn't have a stamp at all. So I'm still holding hostage your 55 cents from last week, but this one was free, I guess.
It's a much longer letter this time. I mean, it probably doubled in size, I would say.
I'd say.
There's a lot more that happens in this one. That's okay. But we're going to read it again, so all of you great listeners out there know exactly what's going on. Timmy's like, Dear What the Heck, thanks for reading my letter. I did not realize it was that funny until I heard you guys laughing, but I guess my dad listens to your show too, so this might be my last letter to you.
Oh, he did.
He is such a son fucker. I think that might be a typo. I think it's supposed to be fun sucker, but
it's an intentional typo.
Yeah, that's on purpose. I had to stay up late to write this letter on my mom's computer. She won't know. Alright, sorry. I forgot how good this one is. She won't know because she drinks a lot of wine and sleeps like a grizzly in the winter. And then I'm going to have to walk all the way across town to deliver this because they took my bike away and found out that they used a stamp.
I told him. I said that 55 cents was a bad idea and you should not be pissing that away.
Yeah, that was a waste. We're going to bring it over anyway. So let me tell you how my weekend went. First, I haven't been able to sit down since Saturday because my butt hurts like I've been the bad boy at Catholic school. Then, I learned how to use
That reminds me of Will in college.
Then I learned how to use the mower and wash cars, which I didn't know why I had to wear shorts like I did in high school. They were really short. Then I had to pick up the pieces to my PS4 because my dad smashed it on the driveway, and I had to mow over all the games. Evidently, which is a big word for an 11-year-old, telling him he needs to go back to the city made him mad. That was hard to do, not only because they were my favorite games, but I was sweating. Oh gosh, where did I lost my spot? I was sweating so hard in my armpits and my balls and everywhere, and I only cried for a little while. He asked me why I was crying, and I told him I wasn't crying because I was sad. I was crying because I wanted to punch him in the face, but I can't. On Sunday, I got to clean all the windows of our house by licking them. While my dad stood behind me asking if it tastes good. But I think you already knew the answer. So we're only about halfway through.
Ooh. Timmy.
He said he was going to write you a letter too, but I don't think it would be very funny because he is still, well, you know. Maybe I can come play video games with you guys and learn man stuff after I get done being grounded.
Probably not. Sounds like you're kind of a little dickhole.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny when you said you were going to be the Clue Squad.
Well, that's fact.
Yep. Maybe you will figure out who I am someday, and if you don't, you should watch some more Scooby-Doo. Now I'm back in quarantine with nothing fun to do. Man, I can't wait for school to start. Anyway, I still love your show. You are the best, Timmy. P.S. Colin's address is on the internet. I am a kid, you know, and pretty smart. It also says he has one criminal traffic record. What does that mean?
Well, Timmy, that was the last person that started looking into my history.
And they're no longer with us.
Yeah, they got the chop.
How you got it down to it? Traffic? Well, I guess it's criminal or traffic record.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's all about who you know, you know?
You pay off the right guy.
You know what they always say? If you ain't crocking, you ain't rocking.
It's a good thing we got Officer Jeter's in town, too.
Do you know who that voice is, ladies and gentlemen? By George? You know, they don't call us the Clue Squad because we don't solve mysteries.
We do.
We do it.
We take
The very
It's a
few
fact.
clues that we get.
We take the clues and we put them all together. And ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to welcome Timmy to the studio tonight. Timmy! Welcome, Timmy. We're so glad to have you.
Hey, thanks for the invite.
How's your rear? Kind of creeps me out calling it a rear.
Do you need like a pillow to sit on?
A
That
pillow.
pillow would be nice. I wouldn't mind it.
I don't know where they are in this house.
Yes.
in the studio, you mean?
It seems like Timmy probably has a better handle on that than I do, so he can probably figure it out.
Are we looking in your windows?
Creeper. So, Timmy, I'm sorry about your dad, first of all.
Sounds kind of like a jerk.
Yeah, that's tough. It's tough, but we're glad you're here. So, you know, we're just going to treat it like you're one of the guys. Seems like you're one of our better listeners, so we'll just jump right into it. We're going to, Tyler's going to talk about something that I think just now came into his brain.
I got it.
This may have been the least planned out what the heck of all time.
It's been a very long week.
Well, just on his end. I
You
actually
gotta go back to school.
yeah.
He's working hard.
What a nerd. Then we're going to talk about games. I was feeling like, I'm a big game guy, and I was thinking about that today. All the different kinds of games you can play, how people don't usually want to play games when I do. Or like all the games I have on my shelf that are not unopened, or like that are not opened yet, that I've just owned.
We need to have a what the heck game night.
Well, we can have the What the Heck game night after the What the Heck cookout at the What the Heck camp out with Timmy.
Separately from the what the heck golf outing.
And
the what the heck bags
the
tournament.
bags tournament. What the heck are we
Yeah.
gonna do to get all this
We're
stuff
running
in?
out of time to do a lot of stuff.
No, dude.
We have our whole lives ahead of us.
Yeah, excuse me.
I just mean like.
Are you
this
meeting?
year,
Do you think that What the Heck is just gonna be over? Or?
We live in Wisconsin. The snow's gonna start. I don't care if it's 100 million degrees out right now.
It
The snow's
was
gonna
hot
be here
today.
before we know it.
I walked outside today and about died.
Gross.
I've showered twice today, and I'm looking for a third before I, call it a night.
I haven't showered in 3 days.
I can tell. It's
yeah.
a little thick over
I
here.
didn't know Dad was gonna take away your shower.
Sponge baths. Timmy only uses sponge baths from now on.
That's so horrible. Timmy's life creeps me the hell out. This may be the last time you hear from Timmy. And then we're going to have a board game bracket at the end. And this bracket I got from Better Homes and Gardens so that I don't get a lot of shit about the rankings because I took it from the interwebs.
Isn't there a better place to get board game rankings than Better Homes and Gardens?
No, it has better right in the name. But without further ado, Tyler, what the heck?
So I just brought up how we're kind of to the end of summer. I mean, weather-wise, maybe not attitude-wise. We could have summer all year if we really
I
tried.
have a much better attitude in the fall.
I do too, because it's not as hot.
Yeah, I'm not so cranky all the time.
Nasty. And I don't know. So we've done a lot of like summer talks on the show because we've been on pretty much all summer. So I think this might
Summer
be like
lovin'.
our last summer talk for a while. But I would like to know. I think we're gonna start with Timmy
Timmy.
because this kind of fits right into an 11-year-old during the summer, I guess. Favorite?
Tim sounds oddly 23 for an 11-year-old.
No, trust me. Favorite non-alcoholic drink in the summer?
Ooh, strong.
Oh. Well, this is tough because everything I drink is non-alcoholic.
Yeah, of course. Being
Yeah,
11.
it's 11.
Yeah.
Yep. I'd just have to go with water. You know, a nice ice water. There's nothing better than being parched and coming
That's
in.
exciting.
All right, thank you guys for joining us tonight.
Can't top that on the show,
Okay, wait.
ladies and gentlemen. The podcast
Let's dig a little deeper. Like tap water. Do you have ice in it?
bottled
Do you
water.
have a
Yeah.
water bottle in the fridge or in the freezer?
No, so probably a glass filled to the top with ice, and then.
Oh, so like very little water.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
You let the ice melt.
I don't have
No,
time for that
not-
shit.
not if it's
Dump it
full of
out.
You just take it out for a
but
couple seconds.
but I don't want to.
and
I don't want to have to go back and fill up with more water and have to put more ice in.
But now you're going to have to fill up with more water sooner.
That's okay.
You
But
just
also
don't have
doesn't
to get
put
ice.
That's
so
okay.
He's taking out one.
Yeah,
one
it's
step.
you know.
When I get my ice water, it's 3 ice cubes, no more than that.
That's like because the ice is gonna melt every
Yeah,
time.
that is dumb.
Don't you have
The
an
water doesn't
automatic
last
ice
that
thing?
long.
You know exactly.
Yeah, it's
how
like,
many
oh,
you're
yeah,
drinking.
I have to hold it
No,
for
we don't.
2.5
It
seconds.
lasts long if you got one of those Yeeties.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm not that rich.
Oh, stop it.
You have one of those.
Money sacks.
It was given to me as a gift.
I gave Katie one as a gift because she kept friggin' using mine like every day. Every time I
Hey,
wanted to use my
What's
Yeti.
hers is yours.
Nope.
What's yours
Nope.
is
Nope.
yours.
Nope. Nope.
Not when it comes to
That's
the
what she
ice.
says, but we're not married yet, so I'm still good for a little while. But god damn it, I could never keep my Yeti. So finally I went and just bought her one on the internet and it showed up. She's like, oh, what's this for? I was like, please use this one exclusively, thanks. I made it like it's a nice, pretty blue color. I was like, this? See this nice one? Yours.
Should just put her name on it, then she'd know.
Here's your Yeetie.
Yeet. So Tim's drinking
Tim's drinking
water.
water. Probably licking it off the window in the morning.
Oh, he
Tim.
sprays it from the hose. And, oh, it's such a
Oh, love
efficient
the
way.
hose water.
Oh, that was the best as a kid.
Yeah, or as an adult.
Or like last week, whatever.
I did it before I walked into the studio.
In the pier world, you sometimes have to drink hose water. It's pretty much like whatever you have access to on the side of somebody's rich house. Like, oh, there's a little spigot.
There's
They
nothing wrong with
probably
hose
have
water.
good hose water over
No.
Especially when it's just like
You might
that.
as well just dip your head in the water and suck it up.
I'm gonna go for a swim. I'll just drink. Maybe I'll just go drink some pool water.
Colin, what do you got?
What the heck? I'm going to go with a root beer float.
That's solid. That's real solid.
Thanks, everyone. All right, and that was a great episode. So, if you go to the Sharon Ice Cream Shop, if I ever want to stray away from the Cullen Special, it's a root beer float. It's always delicious.
Is that a drink or is?
Oh yeah, I suck that puppy through a straw.
I'd say it's a drink.
Sometimes you gotta kind of
Sure,
like,
even though it has scoops of ice cream in it.
yeah, you gotta like kind of work it in there and get her kind of melty. But once it's melty and you just have like,
That's like a root beer
It's
ice
like a
cream
root beer
shake. Oh, that's awesome.
Does
yeah,
it ever blow your mind how the ice cream just disappears? In a root beer float.
kind of like the ice in your ice water.
Well, it's called science, Will.
I mean, Timmy.
Timmy.
I think you're gonna learn that in science
Yeah.
here at school.
I
Yeah.
think it's coming on 6th grade science.
Yes,
Go
this
over
is
that.
Yeah, I gotta go with the root beer float. I feel confident in that decision.
That's solid.
Thank
That's
you.
a really
Thanks,
That's
everyone.
okay. That's not
Also,
something
my other choice would be alcoholic, and that'd be Natter Days, which is the ultimate summer drink I just learned this year. I'll never go back. My life has changed.
For you're gonna drink this year round, or is this just a summer?
Honestly, I'm thinking that in the summer you drink it because it's summery, and in the winter you drink it because it's summery and makes you think of former times.
How do you feel about Summer Shandy?
It's fine, but it's much heavier. I can't drink as
Really?
many
I
of
don't
them.
think it's heavier.
I think it's
It's like a
heavier.
lemon.
I think compared to
Beer.
this, it's a little bit heavier, but it's not.
Because to me,
Not very heavy.
yeah, it's alcoholic, so it doesn't count as my
Right.
Right.
choice.
Yeah, no.
But on a hot summer day,
On a hot summer night,
when
would
you're
you offer
having
your
a
throat to the wolf
bonfire,
with the red roses?
Nope, I would have a nice ice cold summer.
We're gonna
Shandy.
have another episode that we only talk about meatloaf, I think, because this is like the 8th episode I've
Yeah,
quoted
but
it.
when I'm
So
gone, so I don't know anything about it.
we'll have my mom for that episode.
Meatloaf is a him.
Yeah, it's it, man.
I could talk about meatloaf all day.
I know
Yeah.
who Meatloaf
Alright,
is.
so-
I don't know much about music or
Oh.
quote it or
You
Well,
took the
make
word.
sure-
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Timmy's gonna have to come back for the meatloaf.
Yeah, Timmy knows about meatloaf.
I was talking about the food.
Well, we can talk about that.
If you just do meatloaf,
We'll have a meatloaf and meatloaf episode.
Then I'm in. I'll make sure I get that. You know, this is gonna sound silly, but I like Capri Sun.
No, time out. Hold on. I have no concerns with what you're drinking. My only concerns lie in how you just said those words.
Capri Sun?
Capri Sun.
I said Capri Sun.
Yeah, Capri Sun.
What's wrong with it?
Capri Sun.
I said Capri Sun.
No, you emphasized the wrong part. You're emphasizing the
No, I
pre.
did not.
Capri
You heard it
Sun.
wrong.
Capri Sun. No, it's Capri Sun. Are you picking up where I'm coming from here?
Yeah, but I also.
It's all
He
about-
doesn't agree with you.
It's where
either.
you emphasize.
You're
I think
emphasizing wrong
I
too.
think you have to emphasize both. It's Capri Sun.
It's not Capri Sun.
You gotta.
But it's not Capri Sun.
I didn't say Sun.
I like a caprese sandwich.
If anyone from the Capri Sun company could tell us how to say your product
Capri Sun.
correctly.
Yes, double emphasis. I'll go with that.
All right,
Capri
fine.
Sun.
It's settled.
Anyway,
I got a
like
bunch of
the
those.
Capri Sun.
The Capri Sun. I got a bunch of those suckers down in the fridge.
You know,
Still?
they're good.
I
The
think
only
it's
problem is
from Breadfest.
they don't last very long. You know, because you just suck them right up and they're gone. And you have this empty bag in your hand. You're like, son of a gun. There's like 2 or 3 of them.
Sorry, my life.
Capri Sun.
Sounds about right.
What flavor you got? Flavor?
I think I'm a fruit punch guy. Sometimes I go with an apple juice, but you know that's not.
Don't they got like a tropical cooler?
tropical
or-
berry or
Yeah,
something.
that's not bad.
There's that one.
That one, they're used to. I don't know if they have it anymore. It used to be just like straight cherry.
Yeah,
I don't know if
I
that
don't
one was
like
like
that
just
one. I like
exclusive
cherry
to
stuff.
It's too sweet for
Lunchables,
me.
or-
It's too sweet.
Along the same lines, though, it really takes me back to my childhood. But those Kool-Aid bursts in the plastic bottle with the little twisty deal that you snap off of there.
Yeah,
We used to pretend those were beers when we were little.
you're cracking the top off,
Yeah,
chugging it.
yeah, we were pretty serious grown-ups. It'd be like you're
That's what
going
happens in sharing.
a grape Kool-Aid. What the heck?
What's the line from Grown Ups? You get chocolate wasted.
Yeah,
Colin's getting Kool-Aid wasted.
duh.
I think it's not something I have very often.
That's
But
stupid.
when I have it, or when it's available, just like a freshly made lemonade.
All right.
Pulp or no pulp?
Pool.
Doesn't even matter.
Ew,
If
I
it's
can't.
made
I
right,
can't have the pulp.
Kind of
if it's
matters.
made,
Doesn't matter
if it's
to me.
made right in front of me, I don't care. I'm not
That's
a fan of
true.
The pulp, if I get to pick between the two, I want no pulp.
I
Okay.
kind of.
But if there's no choice, I'm okay.
I'll take that. As
I'm
long
a
as you-
huge lemonade drinker. I don't drink a ton of soda, but
I
I'll
don't
take
drink soda,
lemonade
period.
anywhere. But that does. You're really correct. Because when I think of like the drink that defines my summer, it has to be like the lemonade shake-ups at the fair. Because the fair is like
right.
the
That's
fair is
the
like
best
the
drink.
highlight of my
Yep.
summer.
Yeah.
So that would be the unofficial, official, non-alcoholic drink of summer.
Yeah.
Unless
That's kind of the culmination of summer, and you top it off with one of those. I agree.
unless
I
you
like that.
keep a bottle of Tito's in somebody's camper out there, and then
They don't do that.
who doesn't?
I've never
Any of
heard of
them.
that.
Who?
Anyone.
What?
Everybody.
Never.
What are we talking about? I'm just saying that it can go either way. It can be alcoholic.
That would make it like one step better, but we're talking non-alcoholic, so no Tito's.
All right, dudes. I'm just saying
But I'm
that I
wondering-
heard
Unless-
from Timmy's dad.
Timmy's
Unless it's non-alcoholic tea, though.
Exactly.
Oh,
In which
then
case.
it's good.
So it's ice water.
Oh,
Is that it? Everybody's good?
yeah.
That's what we're drinking all summer? But now summer's almost over, so then we'll have to talk about fall drinks.
Yeah.
Which, if you say anything but apple cider, I'll punch your teeth
Oh.
out.
Pumpkin spice.
Latte.
I hate all of you.
I didn't know Timmy was a basic white girl.
Timmy. The most basic of 11-year-old white girls. Yeah. But now, let's talk games. But I'm not playing a game.
This is serious.
This is serious talk about games. I have some different categories that I'd like to discuss, and I'd just like to know your number one favorite game in the category that I described, starting with Timmy. Board is the category of game.
I'm a big Risk guy. I'm also a big Game of Thrones nerd. So for Christmas this year, I got a Game of Thrones Risk.
That actually is probably
that's-
badass.
That is probably kick butt.
So it's pretty awesome. I've only played it like 3 or 4 times, but pretty awesome.
Did you bring it with you tonight?
No,
Okay.
it's in De Pere, Wisconsin.
Oh, that's dumb.
Timmy, I thought you lived across town.
If he drives from De Pere, Wisconsin to drop these letter off,
Number
that
one-
is dedication.
It's
Yeah,
all
number one
across-
fan.
Across town is relative.
It is.
So,
That's true.
Across a lot of time.
Bro. All right, special edition Risk. I dig that. I haven't played Risk in years
I haven't
because
either.
that's one of those games that's so hard to get people to play with you.
Because it's such a long game.
Yeah.
Especially if they've already played with you.
Right.
Because they kind of know your strategy.
Yep.
And if they don't like your strategy or you really screwed them over before,
Yep.
they're out.
That's why most people don't play any games at all with Travis.
Why?
Because he's burnt all of the game playing bridges. Forever. Jacob.
I've always been a big. This isn't my choice, but it's a close.
What?
It's a close choice. So
What?
This is like a
Sorry, what?
1B.
Not allowed.
I've always been a big Monopoly guy.
Yeah.
But again, it's one of those games that it takes so long to play that it's really hard to get people to play with you because you could be in for like hours to play it. So my 1A choice, who is going to be the grand champion, is I'm a big Sorry guy.
Oh, sorry.
I like the game, it goes pretty quick. You
It's
can
very
drive up-
Midwestern. Oh, sorry.
Sorry there. Excuse me.
They should make a Midwest version.
Oh, just gonna squeeze past you and send you back to home.
Yeah. I don't know. I've always liked that game. It goes pretty quick, and there's not much strategy to it. A little bit choosing which
Yeah.
pawn you move around at what time, and some luck involved when you don't get the right numbers to go the right distance. But
I want to touch really quick on your discussion on the game taking too long for people to play, because that's very much a real thing.
Yeah.
But it always irks me. Like, if we're in a position that we're going to play a board game, there's likely not a real time constraint on the situation. So, like, what the hell's the hurry?
You gotta be in.
I would agree with you, but I know people that don't want to sit down and play a board game for 3 hours.
Well, those are not people I'd like to hang out with.
All right, I won't invite any of those people to the What the Heck board game festival that we're gonna have.
They can
Oh,
come.
festival.
Yeah,
We can all, like,
it's gonna be like 24 hours straight of board games.
Yeah,
like
and
6 different board
and
games
techno
in 24
music.
hours,
Yes.
and we'll wear beads and body paint.
and stay up all night
Play sorry.
eating popcorn and drinking Capri Sun,
Capricin. Why don't you go and get me one of them
And-
Capricins?
drinking root beer floats.
Yep, I'm back in.
That
and a
should be
fresh
like our end of
lemonade.
summer bash. The What the Heck end of summer bash, and we just have
Just
that,
board games.
bags.
Actually,
Alright.
all right. This feels
Well,
like the
this
most.
wraps up this episode. We're gonna go get that started.
Yeah, we gotta go do some planning. That actually sounds attainable.
Yeah,
So
we're playing
let's do that.
right now.
Because during the day, that's when you can have your bags and all that,
Bags.
and then
Bigs.
as we
Bags.
You mean
transition-
cornhole?
The bags.
Cornhole, that's fine. We can bring out some hillbilly golf or testicle toss. We can do all that stuff.
Can you talk to me about testicles, please?
Little
And
flip
tossing them.
It's
Uh,
hillbilly golf.
can you talk to me about testicles, please?
I'm a math teacher and a health teacher.
Yeah.
If you teach health,
1 + 1 is 2.
we'd love to have you on the next episode. But that's a thing. Sorry, I got a little sidetracked there by the end of Summer Bash. When we're playing cards, sometimes there will be too much schlepping going on, which just means, putzing, not paying
Yep.
attention.
That drives me crazy.
So then my mom says, okay, speed round. And I throw a fit because I said, what's the hurry? I'm here doing a recreational activity with my family. Why is there a speed round? This is calm and relaxing. Just here to play a game. Not interested in speed rounds.
So I'm not interested in speed rounds either. But I
Seems
also
like
don't
you might be.
I don't like the other side of it.
Schlepping.
Where I have to be like, dude, it's your turn.
I-
Four times in a game to tell someone it's their turn, like, I don't have time.
I
for
agree.
you
So I-
being we call it dilly-dallying.
Schlep, 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 schlep.
It's the
You have to
same.
count them down with a schlep meter.
We dilly-dally. And I hate that. Drives me crazy.
Yeah,
So,
but
I don't want to play speed rounds.
I don't like to get
Just
rushed.
at a constant pace.
You know,
You can talk and
or
play.
maybe
and
like
keep
a-
the pace
out of all the pace, like if you wanted a medium pace, I think is
I'm in.
yeah.
Solid.
Tyler.
I am going to pick Monopoly as mine. And
What pace do you play that at?
I don't
Speed
know,
round?
Doesn't matter. But I will only no, not a speed round.
Medium as well.
It's gotta be medium.
I will only play maybe once or twice a year. But the reason it's my favorite is because it started a couple years ago. Me and my cousins out deer hunting. We just Airbnb'd some cabin and they
Wow, you
had
guys must be rich.
the NFL.
Per month.
They had the NFL version
Wow.
of Monopoly.
Oh, nice.
And so we played that after setting up all the stands and going to dinner. We played around, and that's just kind of like become our tradition. Like, we play it the night before. Sometimes, if we're feeling good, we'll play it that Saturday night and get 2 rounds in on the weekend.
You know what my favorite version of Monopoly is?
Tell me.
I'm gonna bring it over for the board game festival.
Monopoly Junior.
Wisconsinopoly.
Ooh.
Colin's gonna love that.
Yeah.
Colin is gonna just freaking love it.
I-
It's to die for.
Is it like the state of Wisconsin or like that shitty school?
All of it.
Oh, well, I'm like halfway in because I
Okay.
love the state of Wisconsin, but there's a few things that I like less than the Badgers.
I don't know if you can love the state of Wisconsin without loving the Badgers.
I can.
Agreed.
I like Wisconsin State. So,
With Badgers, it's the Badger State.
It's like a prerequisite.
no.
Prerequisite.
Wisconsin State University. So anyway,
Colin, what's your board game?
my favorite board game. I don't know if it really counts as a board game.
It has to be a board game.
There's a board account.
I was gonna say Taboo, which I don't think has a board.
Yeah, I would call it a board game.
Yeah, I'd consider it.
Yeah, that's a board
Comes,
game.
comes in a big box. There's a bunch of pieces.
Yep,
That's what I was thinking.
Yep, I would.
I'm
agree with that one.
I'm a huge Taboo guy.
Is it the one with the buzzer?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can't say that.
and then sometimes you forget your buzzer sound.
My buzzer sticks.
Beep.
Yeah, it really throws me off when I know the answer.
Yeah, Taboo's a game I do well at, generally speaking. So that's fun. I also really like Catan.
Just thought of another one.
So,
Might be one C.
you already had 2.
I know, but after this whole quarantine, we played in the family. We played a lot of
Strip poker.
categories.
Oh, Scattergories is another good
Oh,
one.
that is
And
very.
I'm usually pretty solid with the
Same.
categories.
Scattergories will be at the festival tournament.
Although my daughter,
We'll
for
play
some
a
reason,
giant.
she comes up with, clothes and styles and things I've never heard of for teenage girls. Like, she'll throw those things out there, and then they'll be like, "Oh, okay, no one's ever gonna double up on that. That's for sure."
It's a good strategy.
Yeah,
Strategic.
she's pretty solid.
Timmy,
Hey,
favorite card game?
this one's tough. Because once in a blue moon, you can get a good group of 5 guys together and get a nice round of poker in Texas Hold'em.
Sure.
But it's rare. So because of that, I'm gonna go with cribbage.
It's not euchre, because we sure taught you how to play that. And
Yeah.
you're great at it.
I think I've been taught to play euchre over 10 times, all when I'm drunk.
Yeah, and he's been
And
taught.
Timmy, when have
Cannot
you been
remember
drunk?
it.
Timmy, it's
Can-
illegal for 11-year-olds.
No,
Come
Cannot-
on, Timmy.
He had a lot of ice water.
Cannot
Uh,
remember the game to save my life, but cribbage is just that tried and true Wisconsin. I guess you could kind of call it a mix of board and
Just
card.
saying.
Yeah,
But
it's
But I'd
cards.
say it's
It's
more
based
card
off
I
the
would
cards,
consider it
pretty
card
much.
games.
Yeah.
It's based off the cards.
I just lost 2 games of cribbage in the last 2 nights to my 12-year-old.
You must suck.
Yep. Kids rolling in 16 hands, like left and right. I'm like, come on, I got a 6 hand.
Well, your problem
I've
is
never
you
played
taught
cribbage.
him way too well. Too
That's
early.
probably it.
You can't teach
His
all the
math
tricks.
teacher taught him how to add properly too.
That's how
so
I
that's-
teach math.
Yeah, but he didn't teach him
We just play
about
cribbage every day.
testicles.
No,
1 + 1 is 2.
Oh, yeah.
he probably did learn that though from the house teacher. Not
Could
me.
be.
This is really tough, but I'm going back to my number 1 game. I'm not even talking about any others, just one.
Yep.
And it goes back to my childhood. Growing up,
Oh,
we see grandma all
Gaki.
the time. No,
Card game.
this is an extended family. We would always get together in the Reese family Christmas, and all the cousins would get together and we play spoons.
oh yeah.
That's a great,
Solid game.
but also it can get very.
It can get pretty aggressive.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you have to be careful what table you're playing on, because
Yep.
otherwise you'll scuff the hell out of it.
Yep. And so there's a lot of variables that go into it. But I can just think back at some of the best Christmas get-togethers were like, I'd get there and it wasn't even like the gift opening. It's like, oh, can we get this over with so we can go play spoons? Like, and sometimes there'd be 4 of us. Sometimes there'd be like 13 of us playing spoons. So that's when it gets like
Jeez.
super exciting and a little,
Spoons is a good game.
Yeah.
I haven't played that in a long time.
it's solid.
For me, it's euchre without a question. I'm a big euchre guy. Part of my love for Wisconsin, I think, requires me to be so.
We played that in Madison all the time.
Yeah, I've just never been invited, so. I
Maybe
usually
done this year if there is
You were
something.
in elementary school. You were in like 4th grade when I was in college, so
Sorry, what?
nothing.
Anyway, I got a cool dog by the name of Soggy Acres Lay Down Loner. Because the rest of you might as well not even play this hand. He already won. He's the best. I know, I'm clever, so it's fine. You
That
can-
wasn't clever.
Thanks.
I'll give you that.
Thanks, everyone. Yep,
Moving on.
keep it moving.
Before I give my answer, are we talking like
Oh, my
traditional,
God.
Oh God. Well,
Oh,
read into it.
like a traditional deck of cards?
What
Did
the
you
heck?
make up a
Any
game?
game
Yeah,
with,
he did.
with cards.
It's cocky with cards.
No, because I would choose card against
52
man.
card pickup is not.
No,
That's a good one.
That's-
that's a party game.
I
That's
call
a
it.
party
But it's a
game.
card
Yeah.
game.
I call
No.
it.
No,
It's all cards.
It's all cards. What else do you do
No.
with it?
No.
partying.
You know how we resolve this?
You don't get a vote, Timmy.
Battle Royale.
All right, then I'm also probably going to go with euchre.
Oh, hell yeah. See, I'm glad
I'm
I
a
bullied
big-
you out of
I'm a
that.
big fan of speed too, but
Oh,
I like
dude,
euchre
please
because you
don't
can play
talk
with more
about that in front of people.
It's kind of illegal.
I love
All
doing
right, Chris
speed.
Farley.
No, my runner-up is
Speed.
hearts.
I think I've
You
learned
haven't
that.
played?
What about
I
spades?
shouldn't say that. I've tried to
Spades
play
is
like on
tougher.
a computer.
It seems like they're similar,
No, they're not.
but the names.
No.
You guys ever tried Go Fish? Anyway, Timmy,
Moving on.
video.
Video games. I'm gonna go with my original device, the GameCube. The
Oh,
Nintendo
I remember your
man.
GameCube.
So this would have been when I was probably -4 in the womb. A long time ago.
That's 15 years.
The Tony Hawk Underground 2.
Yeah.
Maps in Barcelona, Sydney, Boston. I mean, you could skateboard all over the globe.
Oh, he's getting specific as hell, boy.
He's gonna go home and find that on GameCube.
No, it does. The GameCube works. The game does.
Oh,
So I might
Son of a-
find it,
I
but
bet you could find it on like Facebook Marketplace. Maybe
Oh,
eBay.
can we take a
Right on
sidetrack
eBay.
about?
about Facebook Marketplace.
Hit me. This is
No.
about Craig.
man.
No, other Craig. Craig Billis.
It's I've never bought anything off it, but at least 5 times a day.
Oh, I'm a
surfing
browser.
the
Yeah.
Facebook Marketplace.
I am looking. I'm like, ooh, neon sign.
Yeah.
Just might need that.
That would go good in here.
Oh, yeah, I'm working on some cool decor in here, all right?
This is a tough one.
Because video games didn't exist back in the day
It's alright, bro. I had the best video games ever.
when you did the thing with the
Frogger?
Ring
The
with
original
it,
Frogger and Atari was kick ass.
Probably the original Oregon Trail.
yeah,
That wasn't an Atari.
it was
though.
like 8-bit or whatever. Where
black and white.
The floppy disk.
Yep, we did have a floppy disk. That's what we played. I'm gonna go with Tecmo Bowl. Actually,
Ooh.
Super Tecmo Bowl.
All
That
right.
is a great.
I mean,
choice.
you give that ball to Herschel Walker, gone.
Oh,
Every time.
Hirsch.
No questions asked. Done. So I'm sticking with Super Tecmo Bowl.
It's not bad. For me, yeah, it's hard, man.
There's a lot of good ones.
Shoot.
If you need to keep thinking, I got mine.
Skip.
The Sims franchise.
Oh, that's so good. That is. I used to play that like all the time.
And when you were in middle school, then you had to like make a different family with whoever you were dating that day.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that was the thing. That for me,
Do you think everyone did that?
yes,
That was like that age. It'd been weirder
Like-
if you were older and did it.
correct. Yes, when you were like a little kid, then it was like
Timmy, do you do that?
those were the only the only girl names that you were aware of were the ones that you were dating like that day. So
There's a big risk when you were your character and you had to like go in for the kiss.
yeah,
Sure, she-
yeah. Wait, should I tell more jokes? I've told jokes for 7 minutes. Are we wooing or?
And she's got some coffee.
And then you always like it when like you have a baby, but you're like, oh, I gotta make grilled cheese. So you just put the baby on the floor. Then you get tired of playing with one sim, so you build a swimming pool and take the ladder out. And they just swim to their death.
Yep. I think
It's
everyone's done that.
It's the Sims.
Yeah, for sure.
I think I'm going with 2 on this one.
No, you can't.
I'm,
Colin
the
told me I
first one
couldn't.
I'm just gonna say, and then the
You
other
have 1A and 1B.
What the
Alright,
heck?
1A. So 1B.
That doesn't make it any better.
1B would be Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Yep.
Because who doesn't want to make their own amusement park? But my number 1 game would probably be the Halo franchise.
Okay.
Because I think that's the game that like really got me into.
Being a nerd.
Yeah.
You guys ever play Final Fantasy?
No,
In that
'cause I'm
franchise?
really
I
not that
played
big
one
of
of
a
the
nerd.
older ones. I don't remember. I think on the PS2 maybe.
So, I never really got into that either, but my college roommates did. And we would, back when we had PlayStation when I was in college, and we'd go to
PlayStation 1.
We'd go to Best Buy and like
Negative.
burn them.
Oh,
You know, you could come back and one of the guys had a burner, so we'd burn the games, we'd rent it, burn it, take it back, rent it,
feels
burn it,
pretty
take it back.
goddamn illegal to me, Jacob.
No, it was okay.
No, it's not. I'm telling you that's
now.
piracy.
We paid for them.
Hey,
Every time we played them,
I don't know
we
if
sent
you've watched a
check in.
movie lately, but it says piracy is not a victimless crime. So
Do movies still say
keep that in mind.
My college roommates literally played Final Fantasy for like 4 days straight.
It's the only way to play games.
There was 2 of them, so they would like, oh, I'm gonna go to class, you play, and when I get back, you go to class, and like it was over finals, so it's like I got a final at 2. Okay, I'll play while you're at your final, and then I gotta go to the library when you get back. I'm like, not getting into this because I don't have time for this.
Seems like a lot.
It was literally 4 days, 24/7. One of the 2 of them played Final Fantasy until they conquered it. It's Final Fantasy X, I think.
That seems a little extreme.
It is. That's why I could never do it. It's too much.
My one like real memorable video game like overnighter was Officer Jeters and I. We stayed up all night. I like was staying at his house or something, so we stayed up playing one of the Cabela's games, but it was the African one, which gave like very little information about what you were actually looking for. So it'd be like you have to find a Hooja Mousky Woods, and I'd be like, sorry, what? So then one of us was hunting, and the other one was like on the computer next to us googling
Looking
what
it
the
up.
hell we were actually looking for. And then we watched Deuce Bigelow. So
Some of those nights, I'll talk about a crazy all-night game.
I know that was pretty crazy, right? We probably
it
drank some
was-
Kool-Aid and everything.
We were going in, me and my buddy Sawyer
Sawyer
and
Brown.
our other buddy John. It was the night before our first 2 days as freshmen, and we were staying over at Sawyer's older sister's house. And
That sounds scandalous. in
yeah,
high school.
the Lego Star Wars trilogy just came out. So we're like, all right, we're gonna play this for a while.
Feels like a waste of staying at an older girl's
And-
house, but
Well, I mean,
Right.
she was married with kids, so.
Still
Just
waiting
'cause
for
there's a
probably.
So we were
Timmy's
like, we're
very
gonna play
advanced in his
this,
relationship knowledge.
and we'll go to bed whenever. And then, we're playing, and all of a sudden, one of us looks out the window and we're like, I think the sun's up. And we looked at the time and we're like, oh, we got to be to practice in 30 minutes. So that's cool. And we just stayed up all night. We had no clue that we'd stayed up all night.
Did
We
you
weren't
feel
tired,
horrible at
but
practice?
By the end of practice, we were like dead. It sucked.
Timmy and I once felt horrible at football practice, but that was because we went to Officer Jeter's house in between and ate like 45 hot dogs each.
Emphasize on the each.
We're like almost all pretty much threw up in our helmets for the second practice. It was the worst.
Especially with hot
I would say realistically, no less than 6 hot dogs per guy within 2 hours of a
anyway,
practice.
yeah. Just like imagine like the hot dog vomit taste in your mouth while you're trying to play football.
That's got to be the worst.
Oh god. And along the same lines of vomit taste in your mouth, I need to know each of your favorite drinking games.
So we can skip Timmy because he's only 11.
Timmy's 11. Timmy, if
I've
you were
watched,
to play,
I've watched,
yeah.
so I have an idea.
You watched his
What are your
parents.
Probably his mom.
Yeah, sounds like it.
So a game not a lot of people have heard of. It's called Liar's Die. You would know it from Pirates of the
Pirates,
Caribbean when Will Turner plays it against Davy Jones. It's actually a super fun dice game.
Yeah, I've played
And you
it a
can,
couple times.
yeah, you can turn it into drinking. It's basically like an odds game with dice. Super fun. We should play sometime.
May the odds ever be in your favor. Yeah, we can play in about 10 years, Timmy.
Yep.
Well, we can
Well,
play
technically,
tonight.
if my
He
dad's
can play in
with,
about 10 years.
if my
Oh,
dad's
that's
with,
true.
we could play right
Yeah.
now.
Wisconsin's such a great state.
Yeah, it's awesome. I'm gonna need a few more minutes.
Well, that's because he
There's
doesn't
so many of them.
remember.
I'll go, unless you're ready.
Go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna go with Beersby.
There you
Yeah,
go.
not bad.
It's really fun. I've gotten much better over the last couple of years. It's not a game that I played a lot like in college. But one of my friend Sawyer, like they played it in college a lot, so he made like his own set. So whenever we're drinking, we're like, hey, let's bring out the Beersby set. And that's what we do.
I'm gonna age myself and say I don't have any clue what that game is.
Stop it.
Yeah.
So here's
Never
truthfully,
played
I just
Beersby.
played for the first time at Tim's bachelor party a couple weeks
Thank
ago.
you.
it's a
So,
good game.
I
So,
like I knew what it was, but I.
so you have like two sides. Each side has like we use just a PVC pipe,
Mhm.
and on top there's like a bottle.
Oh, okay.
And the
I know what it
object
is.
Yeah,
then.
trying to hit the bottle.
I didn't know
off.
what it was called. I guess.
you know
yeah.
the game with the sticks and the frisbee.
In the frisbee, and
Yep.
you throw it at the things, and
Yeah.
you hit the other things.
That's pretty much all it is.
Sure.
My go-to favorite game is Boom.
Boom boom.
That's inappropriate. There's a child here. Have you seen that video of the girl singing that
I'm here to
song?
say, way ho. I think we've watched it.
That's the worst ever. It's like so uncomfortable. It kind of makes me want to throw up a little.
So boom.
So boom. But I am very much a slapper, not a stacker. So instead of stacking on the cups, you slap them across the room. It's more messy, but also kind of like more exciting because you get to smack cups around. It's best to be played outside or like in a shed or something. So that's like generally my favorite drinking game. But the other one, if the conditions are right and you're with the right group of people and the appropriate amount of alcohol has been consumed, I have this card game called Pass the Deck, which is it's just a thing. It's easy. You pass the deck and you draw a card and do what it tells you. But some of the cards are a little bit exotic.
Yeah. That's a good game.
That's a
That
good
is
game.
a fun game.
I'm guessing Tyler's played it with you.
We played it at Kip and
Couple
Deb's one
times.
time.
Yeah, we did. With a huge
It was like a
group of
big
people.
group of people. I just brought it to the bar and we just sat around and played that game. Ate pizza at the the best pizza ever at the best pizza
Yep.
place.
We may have heard about that.
It really is good pizza. I'm sorry to sidetrack, but like for like
He wasn't here for that episode, so
a
it's fine.
Sharon, Wisconsin bar, like it's fucking.
Are we gonna-
Excuse my French.
It's all right.
Timmy,
you're good.
you're grounded again.
You're straight.
Should
Frick.
we order a pizza?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
I feel like we should order pizza.
Skip and Deb's deliver.
We always used to get them after football games.
Oh,
We'd stay at my house. That was a classic. We'd like pick up 2 on the way home.
Nice. Oh, that's good.
The good old
and
days.
then just talk about how much our bodies hurt.
Yeah. Man,
and then
I
you're
missed
eating
that.
a big old healthy pizza.
Well, I talked about how much my body is going to hurt.
yeah,
You know,
you've
for-
just heard all the stories.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When he's out of Pop Warner.
But I would be down if we went around and get a pizza.
If anyone is listening to this somehow right now, even though it'll be released in 3 days, bring
at
us a
9
pizza.
o'clock on Thursday night.
We'll take a hot pizza.
Please. Jake, did you...
Yeah, you know, there's a couple of them, but I think I'm gonna go with the old traditional beer pong. You know, it's if you get some good beer pong players, and
Do you play it with beer in the cups, or do you play with
No.
water like a
We play it-
sissy?
it depends on the crew and the location of the game.
No.
When we're tailgating, we play it with beer in the cups, and you go and you know, it's team on team, and you go that route. But if you're playing like, you know, for like a no, but if you're having like a cookout and you're gonna have a ton of people playing and you're rotating through, you just throw some water in the cup. It's just a little easier, and you make sure you hold them accountable to take your drinks on when you put one in.
Yeah, but I think that you drink much less that way.
Yeah, because
We're in COVID times, all right? So
Really?
you can't be drinking out of a ball that
I think I
everybody's
drink
touching that
more.
goes in your cup.
Really?
that way because I'll sip
I
as
will
I'm
too.
playing, and I'll like if they make a cup and it's my drink, like I'll make sure I'm drinking. I usually go through
I
probably
pretty
2
much
beers.
just like stand there and drink the whole time, and then, you know, as opposed to standing there drinking and then also drinking cups.
Oh, I do. know.
I'm a big
Well,
beer and cup guy because I think that's the fundamental.
I
part
think
of
that
the
that's
game,
the
you know?
way that
Yeah.
our forefathers
Yep.
intended us to get drunk.
When Thomas Jefferson created beer pong,
While they were signing the Declaration of
Yeah.
Independence.
they had
That's why it's all.
Full
That's why
cups.
it's all stained up. Is from
Yeah.
Budweiser.
they had Sam Adams
Sam
Boston
Adams.
Lager.
they couldn't sign until they won the game, so that's the order that they won.
They probably played the Brits, and whoever won, you know.
That's
Yeah.
true.
That's why
So we
none
got
of-
our freedom.
None of the Brits signed it.
It wasn't
Take
a war.
that.
There was no war. It was beer pong.
The beer Olympics between the U.S. and
That's just stories getting passed down from generation to generation. Turned into the
They
revolution.
wanted to make it sound like they weren't a bunch of alcoholics. And we went and outkilled them.
I like this version of history so much more.
Well, you can't teach that in school. That's why they changed it to war.
Yeah, true. How boring. But speaking of being the champions, it's time for the ultimate board game bracket.
By Better Homes and Gardens.
By Better this episode brought to you by Better Homes and Gardens magazine.
I can't I'm surprised that that's where this is coming from, but also I'm not surprised that that this is where it's coming from.
I'm afraid I don't know what you mean.
Just I feel like I don't know how you're gonna get it done on the air, but
We'll just do the call.
if you can find a way. Timmy's really on this pizza right now.
Yeah, we got him distracted.
I have been on a strict diet for like 2 weeks. So now that I got
Seafood diet?
He's been drinking a lot of ice waters tonight.
no legit. So now that I got some, what's
It's called beer. You got beer in you, you want pizza.
Just don't tell mom and mom won't care.
O'Doul's?
Don't tell
O'Doul's.
Dad.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay, so Doodles.
Yeah, we need some help figuring out the old. Oh no, that's Mickey's.
All right. So while Timmy gets the pizza ordered up, let's kick this off with our first matchup. All right.
Are
So
these board games, card games, video games,
these
all
are,
games?
No, these are board games.
Okay.
Um,
Gotta know what I'm thinking.
and they're in order, like that the magazine had them, but I didn't use all of them. So like I skipped some of the games that I think suck,
Okay.
but like they're still.
Can
in the
you
correct
tell us
order.
a couple of games that you skipped, just so we have an idea?
Backgammon.
Yeah, that sucks.
Okay.
What-
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it like any games comparable to skipping Friday Night Lights?
No, I was
Okay.
skipping things like "Don't Break the Ice" and
Whoa, that's insane that you skipped that.
Hold on, that's not the number one. I'm out of this.
Well, the Better Homes and Gardens does no crap.
Just winning is horseshit.
I also skipped Mousetrap. Because
Dumber.
I never actually played that. I
Because
just
you never trapped a mouse, did you?
All right, but okay, wait, stop. Before we go, Mousetrap. You spend more time setting up the
than
game
you
than
do
you do
playing.
actually playing.
Yes.
Not that bad of a game.
But going back to Colin, if you're in for a board game night, it shouldn't matter.
That's true.
You're setting up the game. You can play the game for a long
But
time.
I feel like you can only really maybe 2 people can set it up.
Yeah.
The more hands, the harder it is.
It's just
So
too
you
much.
can't do it with the whole group.
So, yeah. So I went in the order. Everything is ranked appropriately higher than other stuff, but I just left some boring ones
So you
out.
just skipped. So the 16 seed wasn't even in the top 16, but
Correct.
because
But
you
it
But
got
they
it.
slid in.
made it.
Sure.
Okay.
I can do that.
So the 1 seed, the game of life, versus the number 16. Oh, sorry.
Wow.
Oh, that was 6. So
Right
that
off the
wasn't-
bat?
So that
That's a
wasn't
crazy
even in.
116.
How did that not even make the top 16?
Oh,
That's
man.
a crazy 116.
I know.
Holy
This
cow.
is like Virginia and the other team that beat them.
yeah, that one. That
Oh
one,
yeah. Florida
Well, I'll
Gulf Coast.
start.
Yes.
I played life with my family and stuff, but if I'm like with the dudes, like I'm not playing life with you guys. I'm sorry. It's not like
Oh,
we're not
shit.
doing that. So, and sorry was my card game. So,
Oops, sorry.
Your board
Oop.
game.
sorry. Boom.
Hey, you should probably put the game of life away. Jake doesn't want to play.
Oh, I bumped into your bud and spilled your beer. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I'm going sorry.
And we've.
The greatest upset in the history of the board game bracket.
I just have to make a note about the game of life, and that is when we used to play like in middle school, especially at summer school, because there was a board games class.
Sure.
Then that was like, oh, me and Jakeena are getting married.
Kind of like The Sims.
She's
Yeah,
kind of like The
yes,
Sims,
it's-
but
yeah.
It's the board game version of The Sims.
but like the other person was there, so it was like in real
Oh,
life,
Okay.
and it actually spurred a pretty serious 6th grade relationship one time.
Nice.
So, since we do have the 116 upset here, can I tell a brief story about a
Yep.
116 upset
Yeah, so you
that you guys have no idea?
You
of?
have 1 plus 16 seconds.
So, two of my roommates from college, our freshman year, one of them we're drinking, and he just drunkenly goes, a 16 seed will never beat a 1 seed. It's the heart of March Madness. A 16 seed will never beat a 1 seed until we are like 80 years old or something like that. So my other roommate goes, I'm gonna take that bet. This is 2016, spring of 2016. $10,000. That's the bet.
Oh my gosh.
And-
Still
and
paying them off?
There's a payment plan. So the one roommate actually made the guy who came up with the claim. He's the one who came up with the number. He's like, I'll bet you $10,000 a 16 seed never beats a 1 till we're 80, 85 years old. And not within 2 years, Virginia loses.
Wow.
So he's like, I don't have $10,000, can't pay you. So he has to give him $100 and a Christmas and birthday gift, both worth $50 now until he dies.
So $200 a year?
Yeah,
Oh
right.
my god! I kind of like
it's
that.
kind of fair.
That's pretty
I mean,
awesome,
makes sense.
actually.
That's pretty smooth.
I think
Yeah.
well, no,
He's going to come up short.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
That's sweet.
just the fact that like it happened within like when we were still
Right
in
away.
college, like it's an awesome story.
I dig that. This is the Great American board game matchup. Number 8 Number 8 chess. Number 9 checkers.
Oh, that is tough. I mean, that's why they're 8-9. That's solid.
Checkers. Going checkers.
Um,
Checkers.
I've always been a thinking man in strategies.
drinking man.
Coming to play with a lot of the games that I enjoy. So I'm gonna go with chess.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with Jacob here.
That somebody write that shit down because that doesn't happen very often.
What do you mean?
Timmy.
You just met Timmy.
Timmy.
I know.
yeah,
And
it's never
this whole
happened.
podcast, he hasn't agreed with me
Yeah.
once.
Yeah, it's never
But
happened. This is
it
the
is
first time.
like I feel like checkers is just so bland, whereas
Yeah.
chess is like there's all these different pieces and it's
Oh.
just a more strategic and like every piece does something different.
Yep.
So it's like more fun in my mind. I
I
guess.
fairly recently got in this little kick when I started playing a bunch of chess, like in the iPhone games with people.
Mhm.
There was a little short span of time. Now I'm playing Chris.
Also,
Also a good game. Is that on here?
Wi-
Never mind,
Wizard
not a board game.
Wizard chess in the first Harry Potter.
Oh,
Unbelievable
yeah.
scene.
Okay, well, if it was Wizard's
Unbelievable
chess,
scene.
that would be.
That.
I don't
be
know, how is that
different.
not the one seed?
Yeah,
Wizard's
it
chess.
should automatically just be in the finals.
You're right.
Yeah.
Number 4, Monopoly, of any variety. Number 13, Hungry Hungry Hippos.
Oh, dang.
Monopoly. Not even discussing.
Yeah, you gotta go Monopoly.
Sorry, what was that?
That was Hungry Hungry Hippos. I'm going Monopoly.
You gotta.
Hungry Hungry Hippos might be one of the dumbest games ever invented.
Oh,
It is, except for
In
when I
my
see those
opinion.
videos on Facebook of like a retirement home when they make old people play it
Yeah.
in their wheelchairs with laundry baskets.
Or
I dig that.
I've seen the video clips of like drunk Hungry Hungry
On
Hippos.
scooters.
Yeah. I'm
That-
like, all right,
that
I
looks
can play
good.
that. But the
That'd be
actual
fun.
board game is dumb.
Yeah, dumb.
Okay.
I hope
Noisy.
Rock'em Sock'em Boxers is on here.
It's not
Nope.
a board
I don't know
game.
if that's a
It's
board
not a
game.
board game.
That's just a Christmas gift from the Santa Claus.
Okay.
If we were doing that category,
did everyone get that? I got one of
I
those.
think I got it.
I didn't.
I think I got the original.
My childhood sucked.
I think I got him because my old man was like, I got that when I was 4. So
You probably got his.
got
that
it.
he put in
They-
the box.
they
and
didn't
handed
work.
it
there wasn't
down.
that time. Punched air.
Number 5, Scrabble. Number 12, Operation.
Oh, that's a tough one because, like I just said, I'm a thinker and I'm a strategizer, but I liked Operation.
Operation
Like,
was
there's just
fun.
so many different things. You pull out this and the buzzer will go off, and like I'm a
Beep, beep.
beep, whatever. You know, sometimes the button got stuck.
So
I'm going with Operation.
I'm gonna go with Scrabble because back when Words with Friends, which is essentially
Scrabble.
Scrabble,
Electronic Scrabble.
yeah. So big rivalry with Jacob over here, and I would beat him every time. And he claimed to be the best Words with Friends guy on earth.
I used to whip ass at trivia.
Eh.
We need to tell Timmy's
Ooh,
parents
trivia
that he is lying.
No, I
One,
remember.
so he's gonna get
No.
grounded, and 2, he's probably drunk.
He's had a sip of beer by accident.
So you know why Operation is his favorite. It's because he couldn't win it.
Because he was losing to a now 11-year-old. Words
Yeah.
with Friends
He
hasn't
was-
been big
And
for a while.
at the
so-
He was probably
time,
7 or 8.
that would have been 2014. So
So he was
4.
I was 5.
4. 5. Wow. Yikes.
Oh my
Wow,
goodness.
Jake does not have a functioning brain. Tyler, what do you like?
I think we have our first tie because I'm gonna go Scrabble. I enjoyed Operation, but I played way more Scrabble.
I'm going
growing
to go
up.
Scrabble as well.
I thought you said Operation
Sad
earlier.
No,
Scrabble for the
Oh.
win.
I
No,
thought-
I started it.
I thought he jumped in on Operation.
don't get. No, I just said it was good. It's not
Not
Scrabble
B?
good. Come on. Number 2, Clue. Versus number 15, Ticket to Ride. Which, if you've not played, you should play. That's actually a good game.
That's
Clue.
really fun.
Period.
Ticket to Ride's a very fun game, but I gotta go Clue.
Clue because of the Hot Maid in the Clue movie.
Like the Maid. What about Miss Scarlet?
No, the maid, the one who's like foreign.
They're the top two. They're interchangeable.
Miss White.
I don't know what the maid's name is.
Hey,
but
we're
she's
getting
foreign.
sidetracked
French.
here. We're going down a rabbit hole.
No,
Mrs.
it's characters.
Mrs. Peacock.
Yeah.
Clue.
Yeah, it's
Who's moving on?
It's Clue, but I do really, really like Ticket to Ride.
That's a fun game.
Actually,
I
I'm
don't know
going
if
to
I've
cast
played
my
that.
vote for Ticket to Ride. Just
To go on
Put it on
record as
record.
voting for Ticket to
Yeah,
Ride.
that makes sense.
You
I
got
really-
it.
I really dig it. Number 7, Risk. Number 10, Connect 4.
That's a really tough one. I know Will's a Risk guy, so that's gonna be one vote for Risk. I'm gonna throw my vote out there for Connect 4. I just think sometimes it's a quick, fun, light game.
I like that you can get a giant version of it now.
Yeah,
Sometimes, like
those
at
are
bars
fun.
and
Yeah.
stuff.
I
That's
played one
cool.
of those when I was in Arizona last year. I was in Scottsdale, and they had one of those at the bars. It was
It's
pretty
good.
cool.
Good deal.
Yeah,
I hear there's a Scottsdale especially is fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
Good buddy of mine lives out there. It's nice.
Maybe you can take me out there next time.
In non-COVID times, I'll take you with. You pay your own way though.
Okay.
I got a
Settle
free place.
down there.
I got a free place for you to stay.
Come
How's
on.
that?
He's
He's 11. He doesn't have that kind
Yeah.
of
He's
money.
supposed to get his job.
Well, you just steal some money out of your mom's
Yeah.
sock drawer.
Whoa.
Take
She's-
her wine money.
Come on, she's
What
passed
kind of
up, I know.
influence are you?
Yeah, that's bad.
Hey, I'm telling you, if you
Just
want to make it happen, you find a
Don't
way.
tell the window licker.
Yeah, that's fact.
Start mowing some lawns and asking for your
I'm
allowance.
not old enough to reach the pedals yet.
Push, mow.
No way.
So we got to connect
Oh, so
four.
Timmy's
and
lazy.
Risk. What the heck?
Oh man, I think I'm gonna go Risk.
I think I would go Risk.
I
as well.
enjoy some Connect Four.
It totally
but-
depends on the mood. you
Yeah.
know?
Right.
Like if I'm just hanging out, Connect Four is far more casual.
Right.
Yeah.
But if I'm like, I'm ready to
If
take
you're
some
in it
people
for the
down,
long haul?
Yeah.
I
That's
played a
Risk.
lot
Where
of
it's
Connect
at.
Four during my time with Big Brothers Big Sisters.
I bet. That's cool.
I was always there over his lunchtime, so like that was a game that he could eat while we were
Yeah, and it was a quick, light,
connecting.
fun game.
Connecting Four.
It was like always a game that was like in a teacher's classroom too. Like
Yeah,
when they're
that's
like
true.
free time.
I'm
They
pretty
bought
sure
it at a
it's-
garage sale.
Still is.
They
Yeah.
bought it at a garage
If-
sale 7
it
years
still
ago.
is. That's
So
why
they're
I
missing
know.
all the chips.
I went if I went into the elementary school and maybe even the high school, I would say 75% of classrooms have that game
It's-
at any age
Right.
because everyone can play.
You know what? You know what game is only for a specific age?
Risk.
Number 3. 3. Candyland.
Wow. Candyland over Monopoly. Wow.
Number 14, Jenga,
Oh.
which is another fun game one on a larger scale.
Yeah.
Great.
I'm going Candyland because that game is never bad. Like you always have a fun experience
Do
with
you?
it.
I think
Yeah.
it totally sucks.
I don't think.
Oh,
It's so like boring. You just like, oh, I got a pink one.
yeah, but then
Pink.
sometimes you slide, sometimes you climb.
Shoots and ladders.
That sounds like.
Oh, I'm wrong. You're right.
No, you
That's
do.
more fun.
But you do
There
do
is-
some
no, you-
slides.
yeah,
and
there's
stuff.
a
Yeah.
slide in there.
There's like one.
Yeah, no,
there's
there's a
two.
couple. There's two
See,
that
I'm
you
not
go
totally
up and two
wrong.
that you come down.
Thank you.
I thought it was
But
like
you-
you draw a card and like you're at the end and you're like you
Yes,
draw like
you
the
get
cake
stuck
and
in
you have to go
gumdrop
back to the
land.
beginning.
Well, yeah, there's
But
some
there's-
like if you're up far ahead and you draw one of the like special places, you got to go back to it. Like it's all luck.
I'm still
There's
going
very
Candyland.
little
There's no skill.
I'm going Candyland too,
Thank you.
I'm going Jenja.
I'm going Jenja too.
unless we're
So,
How
talking.
do we sell this? Battle Royale.
I think there has to be a battle
We
royale.
gotta flip a coin.
Or we talk to the ultimate decider. We heard back from the official tiebreaker, and it will be Jenga. Moving on to the next
Boo.
round.
I'm not even like mad by that because I like a good game of Jenga.
Yeah.
That's our first big upset. That's 14 over 3.
What we have a
No,
16
we have a 16
over
over
1.
one, bro.
What is this? Your first time?
Come on.
Come on.
I forgot
I
about
mean,
that.
it doesn't seem that big because that was unanimous.
Yeah.
What,
I
when I,
forgot about
when
it.
for some reason I think of when I think of Candyland, I think of the Candyman from
Willy Wonka.
no,
What?
what's the other movie?
Charlie and the
Charlie
Chocolate
and the Chocolate
Factory.
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Oh my god. You're 11.
You shouldn't be watching those movies, Timmy.
Titty.
Oh, Timmy. You're going to get grounded again, Timmy. I can tell you that.
Timmy's in for a spanking.
Hope you're ready for more window licking.
Number 6, Battleship. Number 11, Twister.
You know,
Again, depends on the circumstance.
it does, but I'm going
Yeah.
to go Battleship 9 out of 10 times.
Battleship and great movie to go along with it.
I will also go Battleship only because I've played a couple rounds of Battle Shots and that just takes it to a whole new
Oh
level.
man.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
awesome.
It's
Those,
rough.
that's a good one. I like that.
But if you play Battleship, you get looked
Okay.
at funny if you take
And
your shirt off.
You've probably also played
Why?
Battle Shits.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Usually because we went to Taco Bell afterwards. It was like a double.
I would go
It's
Battleship.
like a
as well.
3-in-1 game.
Twister
Battleship it
sucks. I was never really built for Twister.
Are any of us in this room built for
No.
Twister?
I would like to get a Twister game with the 4 of us and see how that
I
works
have it
out.
downstairs, so I'll have Katie be the spinner.
Is it an XL board or
No.
All right,
No, it's going to be tight.
I get to go
Tight.
fourth.
That is going to be a sweaty mess. All right, we're on to round 2. Surrey and chess.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Wow, the number 16 seed advances.
You going sorry too?
16
You were going to
seeds.
stay
take
on
chess,
chess.
weren't you?
I mean, Wizard's Chess gets me going. I actually,
That's not Wizard's chest.
actually
going.
Sor-
gets a,
Sorcerer's
Timmy
Stone.
gets a chubby with his wizard's
He's
chest.
gonna go work out.
Sorcerer's,
Wizard's chest.
Sorcerer's Stone was on TV today, and I watched it.
It was. They're
so-
doing the whole series.
Isn't that
I think, right?
isn't that PG-13?
Yeah, that's inappropriate.
Not on TV.
Well,
I've never seen all
sure?
of them.
yeah, because they blank
Well,
out.
they edit it.
Yeah.
Well,
I
I
actually
just want
watched
to make
this-
sure Timmy's watching
Hey.
age-appropriate material.
Hey,
There's
he
no
wa-
way Harry Potter's
he's watched,
PG-13
He's
until,
watched
like-
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. I
Titty
think,
bang.
I think he can watch
You mean
Harry
titty,
Potter.
titty, bang, bang.
Oh, dude.
On the home computer.
So Monopoly and Scrabble. That's the number 4 and 5.
Monopoly of any kind.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
Monopoly.
I bought a fancy version of Monopoly, like with a credit card reader, and I've never played it. I loaned it to somebody once, and they played it, but I've never played it ever.
It just,
That's
it makes
crazy.
the
That
job
sounds
of the
too
banker
fancy.
so much easier.
Yeah.
That's all it
No,
is.
that's half the fun of the game is when you get to be the banker.
And you get to cheat. And
When we
stuff.
were growing
It
up, we
sounds like
used to
that'd be
fight
your
about
thing.
who's the banker.
Nah, now you just get to swipe it. I
No,
think
that's
we'll
dumb.
play that at the festival.
Nope,
Yeah.
dumb.
Number 2, Clue. Number 7, Risk.
Oh man, that's a tough 2-7.
I think I'm going Clue.
I think I'll go Clue with you.
I'm going to go risque.
I will also go Risk, but I know that our tiebreaker, Katie, is never
Not a
ever
Risker.
voting for Risk ever.
Clue it is.
Clue moves on.
Overtime, but in overtime, Clue ran away with
Yeah,
it.
that's right. Jenga and Battleship.
That's another tough
Jenga.
one.
That's a tough one.
Jenga.
Battleship.
Battleship.
Son of a gun.
K-Day.
I
One
guess
more
there's only
time.
one way to
Although,
go about this,
I
and
do like
that
saying
is...
Genja.
Yeah, that's really good stuff. The ultimate decider comes back with the decision of Jenga over
Boo.
Battleship.
I'm not liking the ultimate decider. We need a new decider.
Didn't you vote Genja?
No, I voted
Oh,
Battleship,
those
bro.
two voted Genja.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
two smart, cool guys. Sorry. Versus Monopoly.
Hey, we agreed on that.
That's
Again.
like 3 times this.
Okay,
in the
two.
last-
Two, don't
Okay,
get
sorry. Sorry, Timmy. Sorry, Timmy.
That's still 2 more than anybody else. So.
This is a really tough decision for me.
Nah, Monopoly.
Monopoly.
I'll go Monopoly as well.
Okay, so I don't. It doesn't matter.
We're making it easy for you.
I was gonna say Monopoly by like an overtime vote, but it's close.
All right.
Wasn't Sorry your number 1 board game? I guess Monopoly was your
Monopoly
1B,
was
so
1B.
Oh,
That makes
sorry.
sense.
Clue and Jenga. Jenga.
Clue.
I always really liked that movie Jenga Unchained, where they were just like playing a lot of Jenga in the Wild West.
I thought it was the Django.
The Django.
Don't go tipping over my tower.
The Django Unchained. I'm going with Clue.
I'm going with Genja.
I think I'm going Jenga, and I'm very surprised at myself.
Wow.
Is there a tiebreaker?
Nope. Colin's going Jenja.
If there's a tiebreaker, we know what's winning, though.
Yeah, Jenja.
I don't know. She might like Clue.
That's what I thought you would pick.
Go with
I'm
Clue
going
and see.
Jenga.
Loser.
Wow. What a matchup we got here. What are the seeds? A 4 and
We've got number 14 Jenga
Whoa.
and number 4 Monopoly.
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 Genja.
Only because you like to say Jenja, Timmy. Not because you like to play the game.
Nah, it's good. But Monopoly
Monopoly.
is your all-time greatest game of all time ever.
According to What the
Well,
Heck and Timmy.
we never got an official overtime vote on Clue Risk, so I don't, there's an asterisk.
He voted Jenga.
What?
No, he knew. He
So
knew.
anyway.
He knew the voter.
Yeah, no,
Well,
I'm
asterisk.
confident.
Asterisk.
We'll ask off the air. We'll come back next week if it changes.
Can't wait.
But Monopoly's still going to win either way, right?
I think so.
Monopoly is the winner.
Yep.
So congratulations to the old guy with the money bag and the
You
can.
must be the Monopoly
I always like the car
guy.
better.
What?
What's your pace of Monopoly? When you play Monopoly, what do you pick?
Where's the car?
Top hat.
No, actually.
Well, I
like
guess I play the
I'm the
NFL
whore.
version much more than any other
I like the
version.
dog.
I like. No, it's a stupid little minch now, which is what Brie and Austin have, and his name's Hank, and he is a fat little tater tot.
Oh, is that the one we talked about before?
Yeah, where he's like a little rectangle, a little square.
I'm either the car, and if somebody beats me to the car, I'm the dog. The top hat is like my last pick.
I'd go
That's
top
dumb.
hat last.
I'm always
but
the
I rarely
mounted-
play the regular.
I'm always the mounted horse because I always wanted to be a cowboy. I should have been a cowboy.
You? Why
Didn't
don't
Mama
you?
say don't grow up to be a cowboy?
She did, but
You could be a jockey.
nope. but I could be a cowboy, and that'd be awesome. That would probably be my thing. If I
Actually,
ever struck it rich.
Didn't we have a conversation like 2 weeks ago about our ability to ride horses?
Yes, we did actually. We'd have to get Clydesdales, but it's all right.
You could race them.
Who wouldn't get a Clydesdale if they had the option?
Dude,
Oh,
I
would
if you're
skip
going
any
if you're going for speed.
yeah no.
No.
Haven't you ever seen
I'm going for
a
strength.
dog
Stop.
go?
When have any of us gone for speed?
Not in our lives.
Come on.
It's
We're going
unbelievable.
Clydesdales.
I always used to ask for a Clydesdale for Christmas.
Really?
Yeah, and
Do you
along the
still?
same lines
Is
as
it
me,
still on your list? Because
Along-
you haven't got it.
along the same lines of not getting Rock'em Sock'em Robots, which that I don't think I ever asked for, but I did always ask for a Clydesdale.
I hope Beth and Daryl get you Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Nah, a Clydesdale.
We're gonna
Well,
have a what the heck Secret Santa,
Ooh,
Oh yeah, we are.
and
I know
it's
we
gonna
can get
be
Colin.
fun.
This is gonna be great. I never got a Clydesdale, but I used the. I was always a young negotiator, so I used the door in the face technique, where you ask for something real big, and then they're like, "No way!" And then you ask for something like a little smaller, and then you get that. So I went with a dog and got a dog.
That's pretty smart.
Nice. That's a good.
Thank you. That was before I knew
You
that.
were pretty smart as a
That
kid.
was before I knew what it was called, but I was like, I'd really like Clydesdale, but I guess if I can't, then I'll just get a dog.
Your parents were so proud of you.
Yeah, they probably were like, whatever, shut up, kid.
They were like, "We were gonna get a dog
was
before
insane.
he even asked for
Great,
it."
now
So
we
he
can-
asked. Now we don't have to buy
We're
him a
still
Christmas
saving
gift.
money.
Oh, yeah, no, this is for you.
This is
yeah.
the only one you're getting too, and
And
you better like it.
Because it was his gift, he had to feed it
Yeah.
and take it out for walks and clean up its
after
crap.
it.
Ironically, that dog got real mean, and I was pretty much the only human it liked. So, you know.
'cause
That's
it was your
because
dog.
yep, Santa brought him just
Santa
for you.
knows everything. Hey, I'd like to leave you all in podcast land with just this one message. If you don't believe, you don't receive. And Christmas is right around the corner, so I want you all to start getting in the spirit. We talked last week about how we should start listening to Christmas music now.
I'm in.
Actually, you both said no.
I
said
love.
thank
I'm
you.
sorry.
I
I said
love
Thanksgiving.
Christmas music.
What-
I'll
I'll start November
Can we-
1st.
let's start
I'll
earlier this
compromise.
year.
I'll compromise to the day after Halloween.
Yep,
All right.
November
I can't
1st.
skip Halloween, but I can.
Is there
I can.
gonna be a Halloween?
It doesn't matter. Halloween's
I
Halloween.
mean, like the
No,
day,
but-
yes.
Yes,
But like,
it's on
are
the
kids
calendar.
gonna be able to trick or treat?
No, but
'Cause
you
for
can
me, for me, that's huge.
You still trick or treat?
Well, I'm 11.
Well, yeah, that's
Oh,
true.
that's true.
Yeah, true. What are you
Everyone
gonna
out
do-
there, if
Timmy, what are you
there's-
going to be this year?
I don't know.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Are you going to be one of those lame kids that doesn't try and just like puts a mask on?
Maybe. How about if there's no trick or treating this year? Maybe we'll pitch in and get Timmy some candy because it doesn't sound like.
We could probably
Either
Yeah.
way,
Dad's gonna do it.
either way, can I get your guys' word that you're gonna buy me some candy?
Yeah, for sure.
Mm,
Okay.
We'll
No,
invite
no,
Can
Timmy.
we put it in
Stop.
writing?
no.
We'll invite Timmy to our
Only
grown-up Halloween
maybe
party.
if there's no trick or treating.
We'll consider
That's
it.
still a ways away.
Yep.
That's over 2 months away.
So the week leading up to Halloween, we'll have a Halloween episode, and then the week following, we'll talk about Christmas.
I'm in.
All right, it's
Okay.
settled, folks. You're gonna want to stay
Wait.
tuned until the holidays because it's gonna be lit.
Okay.
What? What,
Not-
Timmy?
Nothing.
Timmy, come on. I don't
Timmy's
want you to feel
getting
left
Are
out.
we revealing Timmy's identity?
Timmy's getting sleepy. If people don't know by now, you guys have said his name multiple times.
Timmy.
The William
H.
Craig Utesh.
Is that his middle name? It should be.
It's not.
Is it close? Does it start with that letter?
No.
Opposite
Or-
end of the alphabet?
Or am I Timmy?
Oh boy.
Ooh.
No, but he is.
He is. We already know.
Yep.
We're
So-
the Clue Squad.
and if
You're
you-
freaking Timmy.
And if you Timmy imposters out there, might as well give it up because we found the real one.
Yep. Just a bunch of wannabes now.
That's right. The copycat killers.
Copycat Timmys.
Please don't kill anyone.
You can try to be Timmy, but we already know who it is.
Yeah,
so it's not
it
gonna
doesn't matter. You might as well just reveal yourself.
got
'cause
ya.
Timmy's already here. Man, and this episode was brought to you by the Clue Squad, the most elite mystery-solving
Oh.
bunch of folk around,
Don't forget Better Home and Gardens.
and
And
Better,
Better
Homes and
Homes and
Gardens.
Yep.
Guys, this has been great. Timmy, thanks for stopping in. It's been a pleasure to finally unmask the villain.
After 2 weeks, a week and a half.
Can you say the thing about you would have got away with it if it wasn't for, the
The
classic
classics.
Scooby-Doo
We just
line?
pulled your mask off.
Yep.
What do you say?
I would have got away with it if it wasn't for those meddling kids.
Oh.
I think.
So good.
Powerful.
Close.
It's, yeah.
For,
Timmy was
for
great.
Jake Reese, Tyler Heck, and William Timmy Utesh, I'm Colin Frederick, and let's get the heck out of here.